Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Hot Off the Press Show. I do have to make an apology because Monday I was supposed to do a live watch along to Liverpool Arsenal. Thank God I didn't. But yeah, I was not feeling up to it, so I do apologise for not doing that. But I will be doing this tonight, and we'll be doing a watch along tomorrow night. But we have Latimus Prime in the building. How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Nice to be on.
Yeah, so let's get down into it. First major talking point I want to hit is Man City. Obviously, they've clearly been exposed with problems. I mean, 5-2 Leicester is unbelievable, considering it's at the Etihad. What do you think on that?
Yeah, it's just Man City they're having a lot of defensive problems, obviously from last season as well. People keep saying Laporte comes in and he fixes it. I don't think he does. I think there's serious issues and partnership somehow.
Yeah, just
What up, people?
How are you?
Good, man. I hope you're good.
Yeah, okay. We're just going on about Man City's defensive problems as they've now signed Ruben Dias from Benfica.
Yeah, Man City's problems is typical of a Pep Guardiola team, innit? It's something you should always expect, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we all know Pep's sort of philosophy is passing from the back, and obviously I see Arsenal trying to do the same with Arteta, and I think some of the time they forget to mix. Sometimes it's better to mix it up a bit.
Yeah.
In a way, so otherwise teams can easily find out what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happened with Man City, coupled the fact they've lost Vincent Kompany and not been able to replace him.
Definitely.
And
I don't think. Yeah, go on.
No, go on.
I was going to say, I don't think this guy they got is that Vincent Kompany replacement, to be honest. But we will see. People say, oh yeah, well, Laporte wasn't there, blah blah. But we saw towards the end of the season, Laporte came back and they were still bad defensively. He was there when they lost to Lyon, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So I don't know what the excuse is.
Yeah, Monster. I was saying before you came on that it's for them. It's not. Laporte won't fix their problems. It's they need to find a partnership.
Yeah, he won't. Won't.
I think that's the key. I think that's I think been a problem with Arsenal is that we've never found a good partnership in defence, and that's what we sort of need. I mean, you had Tony Adams and Steve Bold for Arsenal back in the day. You then had Campbell, Toure. So it's
Mertesacker, Koscielny.
Yeah, they were a decent pairing as well. I wouldn't say top my favourite choice, but I mean you had also John Terry and
Carvalho.
Yeah, Carvalho as well. So yeah, I mean, but going on to say with Chelsea, because they had a very interesting result. We'll be going through last weekend's reaction as well, because there's some crazy results in there. I mean, Chelsea's game was phenomenal. What are your thoughts on to that? Each of you, Prime starting.
What do I say? It was. I know we came back and we drew the game, and people can talk about the second half we had, but it was embarrassing, that first half performance. One of the worst passive performances we've ever seen in a long time. Frank, fine. You can, as a manager, you can make a mistake on the lineups. That's fine, but he didn't change it midway in the first half. I don't know. He didn't look to change it up tactically, even in the second half. yes, he brought on the likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi and everything, and he scored, Mount scored, Tammy. But there was no tactical switch that I saw that he tried. He tried switching to a 3 in midfield, but Kante as the lone DM and Mount Havertz 2 8s. That didn't work. Kante was getting forward up the pitch to win the ball higher up, so there's no sitting DM. He switched it again to like a 3 at the back, and essentially Callum and Werner were playing like wing backs. That didn't work either. It was a frustrating game, in my opinion.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on the game?
I think Lampard, obviously, he's getting the lineup wrong. He's constantly changing that back line, which he needs to stick to a back line, which we've been saying for a long time. And it's just, I don't know. Like, sometimes I look at Lampard, I see he is naive. I see he needs to learn. He doesn't make good enough changes in game to change the tempo of the game or anything like that. He really messes up in that aspect, and it's something he will learn. Isn't it? The only question is, are Chelsea going to give him that time to learn on the job? That's the question we've got to find out. That's I don't know the answer to that question in it, so we will see. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's the main sort of issue with Lampard is that whereas Arteta could probably raise a case that he needs more backing.
Yeah.
Lampard's had that backing. He's got the players that he wants. It's about him implementing the system that will give the results. I think, and he is going to make mistakes. I mean, Arteta made the mistake on Monday. I didn't think the lineup was quite right. I didn't think the way we played was a bit negative. Though it is at Anfield and it is Liverpool, we could have been a bit less respectful, and especially in the first half.
Yeah.
I can't say much about the second half because by the second half I was asleep because I was not well at all. So, but from what I saw, he was just not very imposing on them like he has been in the past, and he showed them last season. But that's the problem with Chelsea, is that they can quite easily just cut the manager and find someone else.
Yeah, it has become a culture at Chelsea.
But do you think it's just naivety with Lampard because he's still learning on the job?
It is. I mean, people got to realize, what is this? He's only third. This is only his third season in management, innit? I know Arteta in his first season won a trophy, but that's an anomaly, innit? If you look at the greatest managers, they weren't as successful in their first few seasons as Arteta, or do you know what I mean? Or Guardiola as well, because he won a treble in his first season. So people need to remember that, innit? You have to give your managers time, to be able to, obviously, your first season, you get in, you inherit a squad. Second season, you start to kind of build your own squad. And then from the third season onwards, that's when you start to see what the manager's trying to do. You see it in the second season as well, and the first season. But third season is where you should actually judge a manager. Like Klopp at Liverpool, his first season, he was 8th, even though it was like half of a season. Second season, he came 4th. Third season, he kind of started to kick on from there. So I think, we shouldn't. I am backing Lampard, and I'll give him time in it. You know what I mean? He does. Any manager deserves that kind of time. Any manager does. So yeah. I'm not here screaming Lampard out or none of that. No, I will not.
Yeah, I think it's a bit early to start screaming Lampard out in a minute.
Yeah.
It's too early to shout Arteta out for Arsenal.
Well, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, especially the fact that he's been in the job for 5 minutes. He's already, as you said, won a trophy.
Yeah.
It's just been not complete naivety from the fan base if you start calling him out straight away. And like I said, he's going to make mistakes, and some Monday night was a clear mistake on his part.
Yeah.
But I'd say another situation is that Man United have just had a bid rejected now by Sancho in this long saga, coupled with the fact that they struggled to beat Brighton.
Yeah.
They've lost against Crystal Palace. It makes it look like Borussia Dortmund in the driving seat of this, because they know how desperate Man United are.
Yeah.
In terms of what they need. Do you think that, and I've been saying this to a lot of Man United fans now, that do they need to focus on strengthening key areas of the pitch rather than just getting Sancho?
I see why Man United would go for Sancho right now, because if everything goes back to normal next season, Sancho will have Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, all the teams, Juve, all the teams around the world, possibly even Chelsea. They will have everyone coming for him, innit? So it's better to get him now, while you're the only club in for him, and he is a generational talent. He gives you 15 goals, 15 assists a season. Not many players do that around the world. You know what I mean? He's putting up crazy, crazy numbers. You know, there's very few players that can do that. You know, the likes of Hazard, Messi, obviously, Ronaldo, Gareth Bale in his prime, not really right now, but there's only certain players that can give you something, not only just scoring, but creating as well. And that's why I think if you've got a chance to buy a kid like that, you've got to go for it.
Yeah. I mean, I used to listen to Wenger and how he used to go on about his list of all the potential signings that he should have signed as a kid and kept on.
Yeah.
Right, and it used to be endless. So I can get why that, in a general sort of terms, they should get Sancho, and if they do, then they're getting every penny's worth. But to me, it's like, if you do want him, and it's clearly Man United do want him, right? Why don't you just stop it now and just get it done? Because all you're doing is delaying the start of your season.
Yeah.
Right? Because these results are not the results you're supposed to be getting. So to me, it's just absolute madness from the board. And I think it's just they're putting money over the start of their season.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't. If it carries on the way it is, and the transfer window ends the way it is, I don't see Man United probably even making top four.
Yeah, not right now. Not right now.
Who finishes top four ahead of them?
What?
Who finishes top four ahead of United in this moment in time?
You know he's going to say Arsenal, man.
I'd say Arsenal in for a shout, but there are also other teams there.
Yeah.
Leicester still look very good. Like,
they do.
Leicester but Leicester will fall away.
Their I'd say that as well.
Weaker than last season.
Yeah, I can see where you're going there. I mean, even Spurs might have a shout as well. As much as I hate to say it.
Spurs will have a shout. They're a good team.
Yeah, I mean, they've made some key signings as well. So everyone's improved in areas, but
Man United so far, yeah.
Man United has just stalled. And I think that's going to cost them very dear.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
Because if they miss out by 2 points, everyone will go back to the start of the season where they didn't pick up the results they should have done. But yeah, I mean, apparently in terms of Arsenal, Pereira is currently on his way to Atletico Madrid. From what I'm hearing, do you think that if we can raise any more money, that we could get or Partey?
I don't think Partey, but I think yeah. I think with Partey is, I think with both clubs, they're very tough clubs to negotiate with in general, isn't it? But I think Partey is already I mean, not Partey. Owen's already coming. They've already said the president said he might. Two of their players might be on their way out of the club, and I think Owen's one of them in it. So looks like he could be going to Arsenal. Unfortunately for us.
Yeah, I've just got this question here from Wayne. How are you? Do we need to sell RLC?
Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Sorry, I didn't quite know.
We do need to loan him out, because if he had an Achilles injury in it, and I'm going to explain that. An Achilles injury is probably the worst sporting injury you can have out of all. Obviously, barring breaking legs and all that stuff in it. An Achilles injury is the worst you can have. A ruptured Achilles is what he had. So now he needs game time to recover and get that match sharpness and things like that. And Chelsea can't even afford to give him that unless in the cup games. And already we've been knocked out of a cup game already. So where else is he going to get it? So I think he has to go out on loan and get that game time and get that match sharpness back. So
I think that's why Ross Barkley to West Ham, that got sorted out as quickly as it did, because getting knocked out of the cup, he's not going to get. That's even less game time being decreased up until the FA Cup, and that starts February or January or something like that. So he's not going to get to play really.
Barkley's time at Chelsea.
Personally, I've liked it. He's not fine. People can say he's not world class or whatever, and he can be frustrating at times. But I think he does more good than people give him credit for.
He's if I was to use Barkley, would be off the bench, but he's not that player that everyone thought he was when he was at Everton, innit? Because he stepped up a level, and he's shown that clearly he's not that guy, innit? He'll be good at a mid-tier to lower tier team, not top level. No.
The thing is, it's okay. It's okay having someone like a Barkley come off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Just going back with the Arsenal or Partey situation, who would you out the two, if you had to pick one, what do you think would be the best fit for Arsenal?
That's a tough one.
You need a DM.
Because I'm thinking at times El Neni looks like a good DM, and at times Ceballos looks like a good player who can break the lines and things like that. And they're both on and off. So now it becomes
Ceballos make a good impact on Monday.
He did, but there's also times where Ceballos is lackluster. You know what I mean?
You said Ceballos made a good impact. You lost the game.
He did still make a good impact, though.
No, okay, yeah, but how much of an impact did he make?
He gave the pass to wasn't he the one that passed it to Lacazette when Lacazette didn't finish the chance? Wasn't that Ceballos?
Okay, but Lacazette didn't score, so it can go down as a chance created, but it doesn't matter because it wasn't a goal.
Yeah, but he did what he was supposed to do.
But even at that, it wasn't enough, and that's my point. It's fine, he's good, but if you want to get back to at least challenging for Champions Leagues and stuff like that and Prems, good, and just having someone who's good is not enough. Like for me, Ross Barkley, I love him as part of the squad for squad depth, but I'm not calling for him to be starting week in, week out.
Yeah. No, definitely not starting week in, week out. He's already proven he's not good enough to start week in, week out.
That's my point with Ceballos. I don't think he's definitely not good enough to be starting week in, week out. But in terms of Arsenal right now, he's probably one of your best midfielders. Yeah, and that's not a good thing.
But then Owa is...
You've got one... In one sense, we need a good DM in front of the defence. In another sense, we need creativity.
Yeah, always to me, always just
both at the same time.
Owa to me he's world class. I've been going on about the kid for God knows how long. I think he's different level. Someone like that is, I don't know. To me, he's like, if you want to break the lines, he's your guy. Do you know what I mean? If you want impact from, do you know what I mean, from a midfielder, it's him. He dominated against Juve. He dominated against Man City as well. The guy is an absolute footballer. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah. Just quickly say, everyone who's watching us at the minute, please smash the likes up as much as you can. And I will just add this quickly in. I can copy it. There we go. This Just Giving page, we've raised £631 so far for Children's Disease Foundation, and trying to reach £1,000 before my birthday on the 3rd of October. So yeah, please donate what you can, and it would mean so much. It goes to research, respite, everything.
Thank you, everyone, for donating, man.
Come on, people.
Yeah, and everyone who has donated, thank you so much. It means the world to me and charity. So, because kids born with it go through so much. So, but yeah, I've just seen a few people in the comments about the game tomorrow between Arsenal and Liverpool. What do you think is going to happen in terms of the lineups, the predictions for the results?
I think Arsenal can win it. It's a free hit. I don't think Liverpool are necessarily going to be too strong. I don't think they're going to put the strongest lineup, and I don't think Arsenal will necessarily put the strongest lineup. But I think Mikel Arteta also wants to continue the trend of winning silverware, no matter what it is. So I won't be surprised if Arsenal beat them.
Mm.
They should be able to.
What do you think, Prime?
Liverpool's depth, or Liverpool's might not have as much depth as, say, like a City or a Chelsea, but their backup players are still better than Arsenal's, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
plus we know what Klopp, what he likes to do is he likes to sprinkle in a few experienced veterans in. Like what, did Van Dijk not play the last round? As well.
I even watched him.
So yeah, that's what Klopp likes to do. He'll probably sprinkle in. He'll probably play like one of the front three. He'll play Milner in midfield. He'll play maybe Van Dijk at centre back, and that should be enough to get through the game.
For me, I wouldn't hold it against Arteta if he picked the weakened side, because as much as he want to continue the winning feeling, it's for me more about improving in the league, because that's where we suffered most last season.
Yeah.
And if we're going to make any sort of challenge on the top four, we should be focused on that on the weekend rather than a game on Thursday in the Carabao Cup. So I do see Moonstar's point of wanting to keep the momentum going. But who Chelsea? Have Chelsea played the Titan this week?
Yeah, we lost to Tottenham on penalties.
Oh, only just.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, do forgive us. I have partial encephalopathy, so I do forget things.
Yeah.
At the minute, so, but yeah, what was your reaction to that result?
Wasn't good enough. We obviously played them at the Park in the first half, and then didn't finish our chances. And in Tottenham, obviously, threw on a couple veterans, got the goal. You know, albeit that Emerson completely flacked his lines, should have cleared the ball. Literally, the ball just went through him in it, Prime. It went through him and he scored. And then on penalties is a game of luck. Anyone can win that. So I don't blame both. Like, people are, making fun of Chelsea's goalkeeper, but both goalkeepers didn't even save a penalty. The one we missed hit the post and went out. So yeah, it's unfortunate we lost it though, Ali. It would have been nice to at least win one trophy as a way to start the winning culture again, but unfortunately not.
The penalty shootout, you say don't critique Mendy. Well, you do, because for a goalkeeper not to go the right way for a single penalty in a shootout, that is appalling.
It's penalties though. That can happen.
No. I'm not saying he should save one, but he didn't go a single way. That's appalling. And I'm not even saying that's his fault.
That doesn't
Maybe
make
training, but
yeah, no, but that doesn't make him. I know you're not saying this, but I'm just saying that doesn't make him a poor goalkeeper, does it?
No, it doesn't. But I'm talking about the standard of goalkeeping in general. That you should at least be going the right way for a penalty in a penalty shootout. At least 2 out of 5.
I was expecting elite opinions on about Spurs fan. Right.
Yeah.
I know Marcus just messaged in the chat, so I know he's a Spurs fan. Right. So
says, what do you think of West Ham? Oh, they're rubbish.
Yeah.
They're rubbish.
West Ham, yeah, I think they're good.
But yeah, they are doing. They're doing all right. Did they win their last 2 games, or was it?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So
I said it. I have a West Ham fan, and he was so down about the season and being relegated, and he thought Arsenal would smash them. And I said, no, you're going to turn up against Arsenal, and
they do try to
turn up against.
They do try to turn up against London rivals.
I think we talked about it on the previous show, Brian. And I said that they have the intention to turn up on a derby.
Yeah.
I mean, my famous, I think the most one that I can remember them turning up on was the lasagna incident with Tottenham. Right, where they all were supposed to play West Ham and they just had to win the game, but then half the squad was out with food poisoning.
Oh yeah, that was 2006. Yeah, 6.
Which was beneficial in a way because we ended up losing the Champions League final.
Well, at Pizzagate, wasn't it the Pizzagate situation?
Oh, lasagna gate.
Yeah, lasagna.
We even got a song to remind them, so don't even worry about it.
They probably did that on purpose, man. They probably poisoned their food on purpose.
They took their own chef to their own hotel, which is still the same distance as Upton Park from what Tottenham is, and then they blamed it on Arsene Wenger.
Yeah.
Well, you took your own chef.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was rumours at the time that maybe Arsenal fan poisoned the food. I remember that. There were, little
Arsenal part, but Arsenal filled it with arsenic.
Yeah, I remember that incident. It was the last game of the season as well. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was the last day at Highbury as well. Before we sold our soul
to the Emirates.
Yeah.
It hasn't been the same since.
No, apparently it's supposed to be competing with Bayern Munich.
No, it's not happening.
So everyone told them we got to be in the same European competition as them.
No. You got it wrong. They said you'd be playing against Bayern Munich.
No, they said we'd be competing with Bayern Munich.
He's taking a mick.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, you competed.
Fine, carry on. We'll kick you off, man.
Someone said West Ham looked good last game. Yeah, they did look. They've looked good their last 2 games, man. They have.
I mean, to be honest, I know we lost. The result, obviously, with Liverpool, you could probably say it was expected. Right. I'm not too worried as an Arsenal fan, given on the first 2 games. We didn't play well against West Ham, but we still got the result, which is a good way of sense because we can play poorly and still win.
Yeah, that's something Arsenal have not done in a while.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that Arteta's managed to instill something that's not.
Yeah, as much as I always say Arteta. I make fun of Arsenal now. Arteta he's done something I can see he's done something different to that team. He definitely has instilled some kind of winning mentality, and they're much better now.
Yeah. Marcus, what do you think of Julian performance?
I think he played well. Played well against us. Yeah. He got done for the first goal, but overall it was a good performance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
that's
performance for a left wing back.
That's another player that should have gone to United, and United should have nailed down.
Nah, I kind of agree
But then,
with
yeah,
United not getting him because he had that crazy buyback clause and
yeah, I remember Flawless repeated it on last week's show.
yeah.
So I do see the point there.
I think it was the right decision on Man United not to buy him, because it wasn't just that there was a buyback clause. It was cheap for cheap as well. So if Real Madrid see him performing well, which obviously you want him to, because at the end of the day you're not buying him to come and perform poorly, then they can just buy him back. And even if they don't want to keep him, sell him on. They did the same thing with Alvaro Morata, where they just bought him back, kept him for a season, and sold him to Chelsea for 50 mil.
They did the same thing with what's his name, Hakimi.
Yes, with Hakimi. No, Hakimi was on loan to Dortmund.
No, I know, but that's what I mean. Like, they brought him back and then they sold him.
Yeah, but he was on loan. Reguilon's not on loan. He's been sold.
No. But my point is, Real Madrid like to do this with talented young players.
Yeah,
they'll let him go, and then they'll just bring him back for money.
Hakimi's was their player. Reguilon's not their player right now.
No, my point is, Real Madrid like to do this sort of thing.
Yeah, they do. They might even. Do they have a buyback clause with Hakimi?
I don't think so.
I didn't understand them getting rid of Hakimi because they've got no other. Who's their right back? Carvajal
and Oriozola. Apparently, he's meant to be a quality player.
Oriozola from Bayern Munich.
No.
Is it another? It must be another one. To me, Hakim was the perfect replacement for Marcelo, but who knows?
Do you think actually, because there's been obviously we've had interest on Max Aarons. I mean, Arsenal have been linked to him, and now Bayern Munich are now linked to him. So much so it made the local news, because I live here in Suffolk. So he made the local news about the fact that he was linked to Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good alternative for Max Aarons?
Well, Max Aarons, he's a right back or left back?
He's
right back. If he's a right back, if I was him, I'd go Bayern Munich. They're in need of a right back right now. Perfect place to go.
Plus, you've seen what young talent from England have done, like Sancho, Gnabry. All right, he's not English, but young talent going to the German league to gain experience.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen that a lot these days, and I mean, Man United are trying to pay the price for it at the minute.
What you think he's starting up by?
Speaking of Man United, I just watched it. They're 1-0 at half time against Brighton.
Yeah.
They're winning, yeah. I'm not even watching the game, but they win.
Yeah,
1-0. They're winning 1-0 at the minute. There's no handball happening.
To be fair, I'm checking out Everton, West Ham.
Good game.
Because Declan Rice is playing, and he's playing as a centre back. So I want to see how that goes.
Patrick, Real Madrid have a first refusal, so they can easily get. It doesn't matter how big the bid is. With that buyback clause, they can buy him straight back. For whatever reason.
I don't know who it's about. What happens if someone bids big money? Can Madrid get him for cheaper?
Yeah, that's what I just said. I said, yeah, they
that's really on, isn't it?
Yeah, Reguilon. They can still get him back for cheap.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. What was I saying now? What do you think about the handball rule? What do you think of it?
Garbage, spoiling the game, ruining the game.
I don't have a problem with it. look, the rules are the rules, and if people want them to be changed, then fair enough, I guess. But people shouldn't complain. You complain about the rule. Don't
Well,
complain. You complain about the rule. Don't complain about how the
yeah,
rule is being implemented, because I think it's being implemented correctly, because that's what the law is.
but I mean, surely, like, I mean, I watched Tottenham's one against Newcastle, right? Now, I could banter Tottenham all day, right, as an Arsenal fan, right, and say, yeah, that's whatever, right. Thank God for that. But I can literally admit that and sit there and say that is no way in handball. Trying to the world. Right, he's completely like turned away from. Can't see the ball coming towards him, and it's a split second. Not even I can make out that's a handball
Mm.
in any sense of the word. Right, there is just some instances where it's come off. Like, I mean, the Brighton one as well. That was possibly a handball by Morpay, but again, like they're trying to make it black and white, but unfortunately, in some cases, it's not, and that's where it's spoiling the game.
The issue is as well the handball situation. It wasn't broken, so why are they fixing it?
So, plus
Like,
anyone who's got their views on the handball, well, please let us know.
if it's not broken, why fix it?
Yeah,
Just give me a second, guys.
it's all right. Aouar signing is going to be done. Partey is now doubtful. I'm sorry, but Xhaka and Elneny won't do. We need to get Partey or a similar level DM.
I mean, you can get Party all you want, but I don't think him alone will make a difference. It's like when you guys signed, and yeah, Guendouzi is clearly a better player than him, but when you signed not Guendouzi, Torreira, and you brought him in, and he had the first couple of months he looked good, and then he's being gassed up to be this player and everything. I just think one player is not going to make the big difference, because your
Yeah,
center.
I think Torreira's. I think the Torreira situation is that the other factors surrounding it, like settling in and that, he's made it quite evident he's not settled in London. Hence why he wants to move. And that's probably why he's not performed the same as he should have. But I think in terms of Aouar and Partey, before I watched the semi-finals of the Champions League, I was probably more Partey. But now looking at it, I think we need to think about Aouar rather than Partey. But we at least need one of them, at least, because we still lack either something as a DM in a more defensive mindset, or the other mindset of being more expansive and being creative, which we will need in most of our games because we are playing lesser sides rather than playing the top six. But yeah, Danny says the new handball rule this season is a joke. Just make the law. Just make the rule if the ball hits it. I believe that is. Marcus says apparently Man City are 3-0 up. And Last Man Standing again says, just make the rule if the ball hits you anywhere on the arm, it's handball. Stop any arguments. I think that's what they're trying to do. And that's where a lot of also clubs are now saying that it's not as black and white as that. but I think there's going to be for me a lot of and Marcus has just said it. Are you pro VAR?
I am.
Yeah, I mean, I am. I think this last season it was a bit like they weren't using the system properly in most situations. The fact now they're actually being advised to use the monitors on pitch side rather than just rely on the VAR to make the decision is an improvement, and that's how a lot of decisions these days are now right. But I don't think the thing with VAR and handball, it's not a VAR problem. It's more interpreting the rule and how they want to implement it. It's not. I don't think VAR is a problem in this sense. But yeah, just watching him, Man United have come back out for the second half, and again they're not struggling. They're not easily beaten Brighton at the minute. And it looks like they're playing their strongest lineup. So yeah, again, twice they're at Brighton Stadium, and they're struggling. And just who has joined the show is Marcus. How are you?
I'm good.
So we've talked about a few issues with Tottenham, and just get your reaction about Tottenham's penalty win over Chelsea.
Marcus supports Spurs, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcus?
What do you
think of Tottenham's performance against Chelsea? Hello? Oh, lost connection there. Hopefully he'll be back in a minute with a better signal. PAL Scout says Man United are brilliant. Glazier's in. I don't know if he's having a laugh. Yeah, I'm joking. Like to find out who you support. It's probably a Liverpool fan.
Glazers.
Yeah, but looking to, should we make predictions on next week's results with fixtures?
Yeah.
Right, I'll just get them up now. If I can find it.
Also, we can do prediction on tomorrow. Where is that game?
We can do prediction.
Where is that game going to be anyway?
What happens though? So if Arsenal win, do Arsenal fans get gassed or what?
I won't get gassed. I don't usually. So I'm used to what happens with Arsenal these days.
Yeah.
I'll be happy. Don't get me wrong.
Why are you laughing, Prime?
I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in trouble. Yeah. Tomorrow, Arsenal will be interesting, though. Let's be honest. Arsenal, Liverpool. Where is that? Is that Emirates?
It's at Anfield again.
Anfield again.
I think Arsenal can beat them, man, because I don't think Liverpool are necessarily going to take it too serious. So, like the last time they used, who did they use? They used some of their Curtis Jones and all those guys, isn't it?
What, you mean last year?
No, their last game. Who did Liverpool use?
Yeah, but again, look at the team that they played. I think Klopp will play a weakened team, but my point is, I think VAR is crap. It's destroying the game. No, it's not. People who
It's
say
not
they don't
VAR.
want VAR,
It's not
people,
VAR that's ruining the game. It's the ref. It's the official
exactly the
the
officiating. Yeah.
officials
People
Yeah, I
behind
saying
it.
they
mean,
don't want VAR. People who are saying they don't want VAR are the same ones who were complaining about refs getting mistakes wrong. Now we have VAR to correct refereeing poor decisions, and you're still complaining.
yeah. I mean, the one sort of issue I had probably with VAR on Monday night, but I'm not sure whether it was a definite red or not, was Mane in the first 3 minutes.
I
Uh,
think it was.
In the face.
I agree. I think it was a red card. The reason why I say that is when I looked at it back again, he looked at him before he went in with the
He knew
elbow.
he was coming.
Yeah, he looked at him first. Look at the
yeah,
video.
but that doesn't mean he purposely did it.
Yeah, but
But in the end, you don't do that. You don't put your arms up to anyone like that. You don't do that.
But he
You know he's coming.
no, yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to swing at him. It could just be holding the man off, and it's just mistimed.
I don't know, man. The way he looked at him
Look
looks
at people
suspicious.
all the time.
What's that?
You know?
Yeah.
Players look at people all the time. Like,
Yeah, but
that's the whole point.
normally when the elbows come up like that, players will normally say, "Well, I didn't see him coming" or whatever. In it, he had a full look at him, and he went up with an elbow,
Yeah,
knowing
but that
God
doesn't
damn where
mean
he is.
no, but that doesn't mean no, because one, things happen in a split second. Two, he wasn't aiming it to dig at him. He was, to me, it looked like he was trying to hold it off because we've all played football before, and you do that to hold a man off.
Yeah.
Arsenal will win on pens.
Yeah, well, that nearly happened last season. So we played him this time the last season.
I'm interested about the Leeds Manchester City game. I think that would be a good game.
Yeah, I'm like, because to be honest, Leeds are going about it with no fear. To be honest,
Leeds are scary. Who are Leeds playing next? Because I think it's Man City, right?
Yeah, it's City. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They could definitely beat Man City.
yeah, we got Chelsea Palace on as 12:30 kickoff. Man City Leeds.
Yeah,
And then Arsenal Sheffield United at 2 on Sunday. Man United Tottenham and Aston Villa Liverpool. Marcus, what do you think of the Chelsea Spurs result?
We played awfully in the first half compared to at least what we played in the second half. I don't think Chelsea particularly played bad, but our second half performance was amazing.
It was. It was.
I mean, it wasn't like our best performance ever, but it was decent. And we don't ever win on penalties. And I'm happy we did actually, because it's weird. It's a weird feeling as like a Spurs fan, because we never win on penalties. If it goes to a penalty shootout, I think we've lost already. Like, I have almost no hope. But to win on penalties against Chelsea was good.
Yeah. I mean, I think with penalties, it's either your day or you're not. It's just luck of the draw. It's sometimes just a horrible way to finish a game, really.
Yeah, for it's a great like we got to admit we do love it. I think it's the best way to end off a game, but it is unfortunate for the losers, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it was to stop. I mean you had cup final replays beforehand.
Especially if you
I
have
remember
young
one time
kids.
Arsenal had about three replays of the same round.
Don't forget the golden goals at one point as well.
Yeah. Moses Jarrett Stephen, Champions League tomorrow. Yeah.
What do you want him to do with that information?
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm a Spurs
Remind
fan.
me of that, didn't
Spurs didn't qualify. I don't think Arsenal did either.
Shock
I?
horror.
No. We only got you. We got to wait till the kids version. Right.
Did
Yeah.
Chelsea? Did Chelsea get to Champions League?
Yeah, they
Obviously.
got Champions League.
We were fourth, equal on points with Man United. In
I
third.
didn't know that. I didn't know. I can't remember what was it. I didn't really watch football that much last year, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I don't know all the results from last year.
It's Liverpool, City, Chelsea, and Man United.
All you need to know is Spurs finished 6th, Arsenal finished 8th.
What even is the point?
I don't know.
Danny said, no penalty shootouts can be a curse. Ask England. Yeah, don't they just?
I don't think we're that bad at penalties in England. We're not bad at penalties. It's just the pressure of penalty shootouts. Like we could all score a penalty. No, not all.
Does that not mean you're bad at penalties?
No, we could. It's the pressure. It's the pressure. If you took individual penalties, they'd be fine. That'd be fine.
Yeah, that last question. Where I'll put this to everyone actually. Where do you think Arsenal will finish this season?
You already know my
After
prediction.
the first two games.
You already know my prediction.
Yeah.
Thanks first, obviously.
Fine, what do you think?
I don't know. I think I put Arsenal 7th or 8th to finish at the start before the season started. Now, there's 4 days left of the window. If you guys get Party or Awar or even both, might have to amend my prediction slightly, but no, I don't think you guys have. I don't think you guys are good enough to get top 4.
Moonstar, what do you think? Moonstar, what do you think?
Who, me? I don't think Arsenal are ready to get top 4 yet. Not yet. I think they'll finish 6th. I think Tottenham, with what they've bought, can either get top 4 or finish 5th. I think Tottenham will finish ahead of them. I know Arsenal fans wouldn't want to hear that, but I think Jose's finally gotten the players behind him, and they're going to be a problem this season.
Thank you for saying we're good for top 4. I don't think we are, but thanks.
Out of all the teams, I would rather not play Tottenham at all. Do you know what I mean? I just know they're going to give problems.
I think Arsenal are going to finish first. I think they're going to win the title, is what I said.
Arsenal?
Yeah, I just have a feeling.
Bro, what are you smoking, bro?
You have a feeling that Arsenal will
are going to win the title. I've said this before.
this season.
Yeah, I say this every single time.
The banter title, maybe.
Bro, I don't know where you got that information from, man. I don't know. Have you been watching football at all?
I'm from the future. Maybe I'm from the future.
There's only one thing we win in terms of football, and that is Groundsman of the Year.
Wow.
Also, worst
you
fan
got to be
base
trolling.
ever.
You got to be trolling.
No, I'm being serious. I've said it every single time. But I think Arsenal are going to win.
Well,
Okay.
That's a bold prediction.
I had them down before the season started to win.
To win the league. Is there an explanation as to why?
I just have a hunch. I don't think anyone else is doing that well. So, I think this is going to be a very boring season. Well, it's not boring, but it'll be tight. And I think that's why
You
Arsenal
did
will
say
come
how
on top.
Liverpool played against us, didn't you?
Yeah. You scored a goal.
Yeah, but it wasn't exactly like it was made out of our own doing.
I'm telling you, you're going to win tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah,
no, I'm not guaranteeing that because I know you might not win, but there's a high chance you'll win tomorrow.
You're not guaranteeing Arsenal will win tomorrow. However, you're saying they'll win the title.
I'm not deluded Spurs fan, by the way. I just understand other teams goodness. I understand Arsenal are good.
I don't know where you pulled the Arsenal winning.
In the end, everyone is welcome to their opinion. And
Yeah, true.
like,
But it is obviously, I'm saying it knowing that people are going to be like, no, that's not going to happen. And I can understand that it's a bold prediction, but
yeah, I mean, to be honest, I mean, I see Leicester winning the title more than Arsenal at the minute.
where do you think Spurs are going to finish?
Spurs?
Fourth or fifth.
I think fifth, but we'll win the Europa League, so we'll be fine for Champions League football.
Yeah,
Jose definitely building a force.
I'd say fifth,
Or the
but
FA
it
Cup.
wouldn't be Europa.
Jose is very good at the Europa League.
Well, he's won it twice, right?
Yeah.
He's won
United
one.
and Porto.
He won it with
I
Porto
think.
as well before the Champions
Yeah.
League.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah.
So he's won it twice.
When he was good.
Yeah.
What do you mean when he was good?
He's not good no more.
Yes, he is.
McCurry, believe me, Tottenham is going to have a very difficult game, especially after.
Tottenham will play a strong team.
What you're saying, our team is that deep, and that's what you're saying. Our team isn't that deep. Like, have a lot of
Do Chelsea fans hate Arsenal?
Me personally, no.
Do I
I
hate
don't
Arsenal?
hate Arsenal.
No, I just think there's a rivalry.
I do. Listen, as a young kid growing up here, Arsenal used to beat us every single game. Every single game. It wasn't until 2003 in the Champions League quarterfinal when Wayne Bridge scored that goal. That was the first time I ever saw Chelsea beat Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? I've seen Chelsea beat Man United, Tottenham, whatever, Liverpool, whatever other bigger team. Up until that point, I had never seen Chelsea beat Arsenal. So, you know, we were Arsenal's whipping boys.
Hang on, just a minute. I just need to picture what it used to be like.
Do you know what I mean? So you remember, this was the invincible days, and
Yeah, I mean, even I remember as a kid, and I'm like,
yeah. During those days, Chelsea just could never beat Arsenal, and that Champions League semi-final just changed. Quarterfinal changed everything.
5 times that season. That was the one game that.
You guys beat us. You guys beat us home and away in the league, and that was the first time.
And in the FA Cup.
And the FA Cup in 2002, right?
No, 2003.
The final, right? Because
you beat us in the final 2002, and then in the Invincible season.
No. You guys beat us.
And in the Invincible season, we played you 5 times, right? Twice in the league, in the FA Cup, and twice in the Champions League. And you won one game out of those 5 games. You won the one game in the Champions League that put you through to the next round.
Yeah, you guys did beat us, I think, the season before in the FA Cup final at Cardiff, because I was actually at that game. Traveled all the way to the Millennium Stadium to watch Chelsea get whooped 2-0 by Arsenal. It was horrible to watch. Horrible.
Yeah, but Monster, you're coming from a different time period and a different place.
No, I'm just explaining why I hate Arsenal.
No, I know you, but for me, I don't. Me growing up, yeah, you went invincible, whatever. During my lifetime, I haven't seen Arsenal be a serious threat to my club. Haven't seen you guys really dominate. For the most part, your club's just been something that I just, laughed at. I don't see you guys as maybe a London rival because we're both in London, but you're not a rival to my club in winning trophies. I look at Spurs in recent history as more of a rivalry due to the fact that they've been competing and we've stopped them from potentially winning the Premier League.
Yeah. But anyway, we were going to predict this weekend's results anyway. So Arsenal Sheffield United at the Emirates.
Arsenal Sheffield.
Like, say that again, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's a tough game. That is a tough game. I'll go with a draw.
Okay. 0-0 or 1-1 or 2-2.
I would say
4-4.
fourth coming. Both teams are not really the highest scoring type of teams.
I know.
They're both kind of low block at the moment. So I would say a 0-0. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that very well, man.
He was the only guy who could shoot on the freaking goal line and put it over the bar.
Yeah, he had a touch, a demon touch. Like, his touch was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Very technically gifted for someone so slow.
Very underrated.
Very underrated. I think Arsenal fans adore him.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was very underrated in that sort of side, but probably because you had the likes of Thierry Henry there and Dennis Bergkamp at the time. So,
I mean, not a lot of people praise him enough because he have a heart condition as well.
I think so. I'm not sure. I'd have to check that out.
Yeah, I think he did have a heart condition, and he done well. He done well.
Moving on to Leeds, Manchester City.
That's going to be high scoring. Would you? I say.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I didn't ask Prime's prediction on Arsenal Sheffield United.
Two 1 Arsenal.
I'd say 2-0 Arsenal. And quickly get Marcus, your prediction for Arsenal Sheffield United.
Sheffield United 1, Arsenal 2.
Okay. Moving on to Man United Tottenham.
Tottenham Hotspur to win.
4.
I'm not sure. Maybe 4-1.
Yep. Okay, Prime.
It'll be a draw again. It'll be a draw. It'll be like 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I actually see Spurs winning that. I'd actually say Spurs 2-1.
I think you've disconnected again.
Yeah, I do think Spurs will win that 2-1. But yeah. Moj Javid, Stephen, no, Ozil. Why doesn't he just go now? I don't know why he just doesn't go now, but there you go. But if I was earning 350 grand a week to sit on the PS4, why would I go? But there you go. Don't even want to talk about it.
I think it's because that he doesn't feel like he's actually respected at the club.
Well, if you actually started performing on the pitch, then there wouldn't be a problem, would there?
Well, maybe if he was loved at the club, then
people did used to love him. I used to even
no. I'm talking about in terms of the whole political stuff that was going on.
Yeah, off the pitch maybe, but in terms of on the pitch, I mean, a lot of the time that I was not happy and wanted him to improve or either go. There was a lot of fans that were still singing his name.
Who's this?
Ozil.
Ozil's just a crap player. He hasn't been good for like 4 years. There's no talent like that now. Like, I'd rather have like Jack Grealish or something.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to Aston Villa, Liverpool.
Liverpool. Oh, you know what? Actually, maybe Aston Villa might get a draw. 1-1. 1-1, I think, actually, yeah.
Prime.
3-1 Liverpool.
4-1. Who's? Oh God.
3-1.
No, I
3-0.
read a comment
I'd
that's 4-1
say
Arsenal.
3-0 Liverpool. No, actually, if Aston Villa went for it, I could see 3-2 Liverpool.
No,
They
1-1.
don't look. They don't look. They, as much as Liverpool are great going forward, the defense is shaky at times. If you go out
Van
and
Dijk,
proved
Robertson,
it,
Alexander-Arnold. They've got the best
yeah,
back line in the country.
yeah, they played that against Leeds, and they at most times struggled.
Yeah, but Leeds, is it just because Leeds are a good side? Maybe we'll see after
How good
City.
of a side are Leeds? They just got promoted.
Mm.
I've been saying this for such a long
What
time.
did Leicester
Liverpool,
do? 2 seasons they already won the title.
yeah, 2 seasons.
So you're saying in the first season of being promoted, you can't beat a top 6 side? Or
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm proving
against them.
No, I'm proving the point of this Liverpool defense can be got at.
Yeah, it can be.
Who has the best defense in that country? Forget about
Okay.
attacking, how good they are attacking. Defensively, who has the best back line?
What do you mean, individual wise or collectively?
Collectively, top players playing, not like having.
Yeah, we don't deny that they've got the
Fine,
best.
but you can say it's the best defense in the country, but it doesn't mean it's impenetrable.
Yeah,
Who has a better defense than
well,
Liverpool?
we had the best back line in the Invisible season.
That is not what I said. I never said someone has a better defense than Liverpool. I'm saying that their defense can still be got at.
It's the same as Chelsea beat us in that Champions League quarter final in 2004, playing against what was the best back line in the country because they went unbeaten.
Okay, who is the second best? Who has the second best defenders after Liverpool?
What defense?
Defense.
Defense. Well, I don't know. I think Man United last season had the third best defense. I don't know who had the second. Why do you ask?
Oh no.
What? Okay, no. What's the point you're getting at, Michael?
What I'm saying that Liverpool have a good defense. I think it's just Leeds that played better than you're saying.
Wait, what? You're saying Liverpool have a good defense? Yes.
And Leeds played really well.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know. I know that. But I'm saying, but what is your point, though?
No, my point is, Liverpool don't have a bad defense.
I never said they do.
And Leeds are a good side. They will.
I know that. I never said Liverpool don't have a good defense, and I've praised Leeds for having an amazing side. So what's your point?
I don't get.
But what we're saying here is that Leeds are a good side as well. Is that they have shown to other teams if you go at Liverpool's defence, they can be got at.
I don't, Marcus. I really don't get your point because I'm saying that Liverpool's defense can be.
Maybe I don't have a point. Maybe I'm just trying to say.
I don't know if you do because Liverpool. You may have the best defense in the country. It doesn't mean your defense cannot be got at. Arsenal had the best defense when they went invincible, but it could still be got at based on the fact that Chelsea beat them in the quarterfinal.
The best defense that season, yeah. But Chelsea's defense the next season was way better.
But I know, but my point is, a defense can still be got at.
Yeah,
any defense can be got at. Okay,
but again, I don't think it's that important to have like that good a defense because you can see. If you go back to the Leicester season when they won it, they didn't have that good defense, but what they did have is like a good midfield and a good attack. like
Okay.
front two. You don't need
And
good
their defense was also solid, and it had a good goalkeeper. Wait, so is your point that Liverpool don't have good defense?
I don't know what my point is. I don't know what my point
Nor
is.
do I.
Can we move on? This is pretty horrible.
Right. Steve, do you remember Mark Viduka for Leeds, quality player back in the day?
I do. Wasn't he? Was he Australian or what was he?
Yeah, he was Australian.
Yeah. I remember the Mark
I think they
Viduka.
need him
Bad
again the
boy
way
player.
Australia are playing.
Yeah, I
Can't
mean,
qualify for anything.
yeah, he was also in that because he was in that side that ended up getting relegated at one time, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
No.
I think that this is my point. I think that I'm trying to say that Leeds are a very good team, and
Yes. I've never said they're
that's
not,
my
though.
point.
I never
That's
said Leeds are not a good team.
I know. I was agreeing with you. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's my point.
But anyway, given the first 2 games, has any sort of opinion changed about relegation?
Yeah. I don't think West Ham will go down.
Yeah, me neither. I think West
I
Brom.
had them. I had them like 16th. Oh no, 17th. Sorry, I had them 17th, but I changed it like in the first game to like they go down. But now I'm like, okay, maybe they'll be even like 15th or something.
Prime, what do you think?
Yeah, West Ham are not getting relegated. Even though I put them in my predictions to get relegated, it's something I've been saying that I don't think that they've had too much quality in their side. But let's see how things go. West Brom are a good team, but defensively they can be got at. There's this record since they've
Just
come
one
on
dumps
the
play for
season
them.
that they able to score goals, but they just concede at the back. Newcastle look really solid. They're not going to go down.
No.
Sheffield United might be in a relegation battle. I'll be honest.
Is anyone who's come up gonna go down? Any newly promoted
Fulham or
sides
West
gonna
Brom.
go down?
Fulham or West Brom.
Fulham are
Yeah,
going down.
Fulham.
They're not gonna stay up ever again.
I would Fulham, yes.
We destroyed them in the first game of the season. Absolutely destroyed them.
West Brom.
Arsenal
Not too sure
aren't
about.
even that good a team.
But I think they could go down as well. And I think Sheffield United are seriously going to struggle this season, in my opinion. But then, yeah, I think Sheffield United are going to struggle to stay above the relegation zone.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Do you think?
I did miss out.
Manchester United are going to go down?
Well,
Whoa, come on, man. No way.
No.
Never.
Anyway,
you sure that?
I just missed out this question.
Maybe.
Thoughts on Ross Barkley to Aston Villa?
Yeah.
Good one. Good move for him.
It was a surprising move as well, but because it did something happen out of the blue. But we get knocked out of the cup against Spurs, and he's not going to get as much game time.
He was supposed to. I think he was always going to leave, innit? Because West Ham were looking at. We thought he would be going West Ham, but obviously he's gone Aston Villa instead. It's not a bad move. It's, as he gets his game time that he needs and wants, because he's looking to go to the next Euros. But we'll see.
Stay where he is.
Just quickly clarify, and I'll go into a bit more detail next week about it. Obviously, we all know about new restrictions with the coronavirus. Obviously, fans are not going to be coming back to stadiums on October the 1st. And obviously, there are a lot of clubs on especially from the English Football League, that are calling either the government or the Premier League to bail them out.
Yeah.
And just wanted to get your thoughts. Should it be the government's responsibility, or should it be the Premier League's responsibility?
Can't be the. It's not. I don't think it's anyone's responsibility particularly. It's just an unfortunate event. You know, I don't think no one has to bail any of them out. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is considering what's going on. No one's at fault. No one's, liable for it. If the government wants to help bail them out, then sure, why not? If they can't, what can we do, man? It's really sad. It's really
I
sad.
think the problem with I think the problem with the government is that their hands are tied because they've got other sectors to worry about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other stuff they've got to pay out for. I mean, there was a protest today about the theatres, and they're not paying out for bailing them out. And there's only so much they can do in a sense. But Prime, what's your thoughts on it?
I don't know. It's weird because when the whole COVID thing started, and then there was this, the whole furlough scheme, and you had, clubs could use it for their staff as well, and you had lesser sides using it, yes, but then you had some of the big sides like Liverpool, Spurs, and Liverpool, Spurs, two clubs of note anyway, that wanted to furlough their staff, and the backlash they got because being the bigger sides in the Prem and everything, the club had to reverse that decision. I think when it comes to the big sides, especially the ones that are stable in the Prem, they should have the money to at least be able to be somewhat financially stable for like a year or two or whatever it may be. But some of the lesser sides, like in Championship, League One, League Two, yeah, they do need helping out from the government. But we're such in unprecedented times that if you just take away from football, there are other, other institutes, other companies, other whatever that's also going to need help. You have people who, if we go into another lockdown, people who, again, more people are going to be losing their jobs and stuff, and they're going to need help as well. And it's like a whole.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, with the way the football is now, amount of money is in it. I wouldn't be impressed if the government had to bail them out, especially when there's more important areas they need to be bailing out on and sorting out with that money rather than football. So for me, I can't see why the Premier League can't help the lower league clubs. I mean, because it's easy for us as fans to sit here, because one of us here is a Spurs fan. We've got two here that are Chelsea, one in here is Arsenal, and they're big clubs. They're always going to survive. But the teams in like League 1 and 2, without that money, they're going to go down. They're going to go bust. They're not going to be there.
Yeah, and it's not fair to. It's not like those teams have gone bankrupt because of the footballing this decision or whatever. This is something that has affected the world, and it's like, as much as like we're all football fans and we're fans in general, not just get our own clubs, we're fans in general, and we don't want to see any club go bust, and we're going to say we should pull together and help those clubs. But you go outside of football, everyone else is also going to need said money. Everyone else is also going to need that help as well. So it's like, what exactly do you do? You want to help everyone, and you do, but I don't know. I'm glad I'm not making the decision because I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I mean, everyone's looking at the government to look at like the way forward, and I think the government doesn't know the way forward either, because no one does. Like, if it's an unprecedented time, then obviously, if it's not been precedented before, how are they supposed to know how to deal with it? So they're just trying to predict the future on present results. So yeah, and like you said, I wouldn't want to be making decisions at the minute. But I feel in a way that as the Premier League has so much money in English football, I think they should help out in some way. Because I know the Premier League's got the money. I do believe that they've got the money.
I mean,
But but
I mean,
the,
if
the
you
Premier League
compare
has nothing
them
to do with
to
Championship clubs or League
yeah.
One clubs or League Two clubs. You know, like the Premier League has the money to, and yeah, they can choose whether to help out, say,
I don't know why footballers
Fulham
get paid
or
so
Sheffield
much.
United or an Arsenal or Chelsea or whoever, but that's because those are teams within their organization. It's up to the FA to help out everybody within the tiers of English football. The Premier League has nothing to do with Lincoln City and League Two or
United.
whatever. What? What's
Yeah,
score?
United 3-0 up with 5 minutes to go.
Ollie's at the wheel again.
Yeah.
Looks like he got his car fixed.
Got his puncture repair kit. Did the quick fit.
And also West Ham are 3-1 up.
What? No, Everton are.
Everton, 3-0 up against,
Everton
or
are
3-1 up against West Ham. Dominic Calvert-Lewin with a double.
Do you know what? Everton are in a shout for Europe this season.
Yeah.
I actually do think that. With Ancelotti, James Rodriguez, Calvert-Lewin's on fire.
Your defense is terrified.
Yeah, yeah. I think anyone's defense would be terrified with that sort of combination. So, Everton will be a tough test for any top six side at the minute. And if I was an Everton fan, I would not be feeling not too upset. I'd be feeling very, very pleased with the transfer window and the way things have gone so far. But anyway, I'm going to call it an evening now. We'll be back next week at 8, as usual. Prime will be here for next week.
Tuesday, 8 p.m. 1 second.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, Tuesday. Yeah. 1 second. Checking things. No. Next Tuesday is the 15th, isn't it?
It's next Wednesday.
Or no? Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong week. My bad. Next Wednesday, the 7th. Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday the 7th.
Yeah, I'll be free.
Cool. Hopefully, if Munster comes back up, I don't know where he's gone, but if not, I can tweet him at some point.
I'll also be talking to Monster about it as well, so he'll definitely come back.
Yeah. Anyway, like I said, be back next Wednesday at 8. We'll be doing a live watch along to the football tomorrow, as well as a live
Grand Prix.
Oh God! Hang on a minute. Is it Grand Prix this week?
It's Nürburgring.
Oh shit! Right, so I can only. do you? So I can either do either the F1 or Arsenal.
Do Arsenal, man. I just do Arsenal.
I don't know, so I love them.
You'll get more views.
Yeah, you never know. I might find a way of doing both.
But yeah, you might be able to just watch the Arsenal game and then look at what's happening in the F1.
Yeah, because it starts at 2, both of them.
It's a great it's gonna be a great Grand Prix because the first corner at the Nürburgring's a hairpin, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's got quite a heavy braking zone. You brake quite early.
Yeah. I mean,
downhill. So it's gonna be
Nürburgring's a very good circuit.
that first turn is important because if you brake later, you might be able to go around the outside, or visit the hairpin, so you might want the inside. It's a bit like the source at Spa, but
yeah, but you can go around the outside because the next turn's turn 2, where you'll be on the inside.
I think Verstappen will go around the outside. But anyway, I think Verstappen will go around the outside. But this is a
Verstappen's not. The only time Verstappen's going to go around the outside of Hamilton is when he's in a gravel track, right? And he's going to think, "Oh, I shouldn't have done that." But anyway, yeah, like us. Just a couple more quotes here. Everton got a good manager; he'll take them far. And last man standing said, "I'll be here." Yeah, well, thank you very much. And also Anthony just said, "I'll be here, Stephen. Might come on and have a chat too." Well, yeah, more than welcome. More guests, the plenty are. Like I said, I'll be back on Sunday. It will either be a watch along of the football or the F1, given which one. Yeah, I can do both. That'll be interesting. Yeah, but until then, I'll be back tomorrow, 7:30, live watch along. Arsenal Liverpool Carabao Cup. Can Arsenal make it to the 5th round, or are Liverpool just too strong for us again? But until then, right, thank you, and yeah, take care, stay safe, and stay well.
I'll see you later.